Another morning here in Florida, and we are still at Fort Pickens National Park. This morning I'm sitting right on the ocean front, which is only about a 1-minute walk away from our trailer. And just sitting relaxing. We're seeing some dolphins this morning, which is pretty neat. I wish I could get that on camera for you, but they're too far away. And photos and camera just don't do it justice at this point. Anyway, beautiful morning here, but they are calling for an extreme storm tonight and going into tomorrow. They're calling for 75 millimeters of rain. So quite substantial. We're hoping that the weather is wrong, and we'll enjoy the nice weather while we have it. We're Matt and Dave, and together, with our dogs Belle and Hudson, we're exploring the world in our escape travel trailer. In the winter of 2023, we traveled from Ontario to Texas to pick up a 17-foot casita trailer and spent over a month on the road. We liked it so much that by the fall of 2023, we upgraded to a 19-foot escape trailer so that I had space to work from the road. We haven't looked back since. Come see where we go next. Really picking up today. We'd guess that storm is probably coming in fairly quickly, but the weather says we have until 3 p.m. this afternoon. And Hudson really wants to go for a walk, so I better bring him. So this is Battery Langen. We're not really sure what it is. Have to research it later. But this is just one of the many sites that you see on the hiking trails around Fort Pickens, right outside of the campground. So very interesting. I would assume it's probably something to do with the fort. As you can see, the beaches at Fort Pickens are beautiful. We could have spent all day walking on these soft white sand shores. Technically, dogs are not allowed here, but we couldn't deprive Hudson of a little run on the beach, and boy did he like it. Well, we have Hudson at the beach, and he's running around like a crazy person. It's a windy day, but it's still beautiful out here.
Dude, that was the cutest thing ever.
Hudson, you have the zoomies? Hey Hudson, zoomies!
After a relaxing morning hike at the beach, it was time to head back to the campground, get into the 4Runner, and drive down the road to tour the fort. This is Fort Pickens. Built in 1834, it's one of the 4 forts that was built to defend Pensacola Bay and its Navy Yard. European powers had long considered Pensacola Bay one of the most important on the northern Gulf Coast. With water depths ranging between 20 and 65 feet and a length of 13 miles, the bay afforded excellent anchorage and protection for ships, so the fort was constructed to protect from foreign attacks. Located on the western end of Santa Rosa Island, Fort Pickens controlled access into and out of the bay. The 5-sided structure was designed to unleash a ring of fire from its 5 walls, with accommodations for up to 200 cannons to be installed on its perimeter. During times of war, the fort could accommodate 500 soldiers. The fort remained in active operation until 1947. Today, the fort can be visited by tourists like us, as part of the entry fee to the national park.
What time is it, Dave?
It's high noon. No, I don't know. It's happy hour.
Time for rye and ginger ale.
I guess we're frugal buying by the vat.
but we're Canadian, so we're buying Canadian Club.
We thought we would go for a walk, but before long, the rain started, and
Alright,
so did the
we're
lightning.
hearing the thunder, and the rain is picking up. We're seeing some lightning, so we are headed back to the trailer before we get too wet.
Show Hudson. When Hudson starts to get wet, his ears go back, and that means he means business. He needs to get in the house pronto.
He's ready to go to the house. Come on, Hudson, let's get back to the trailer. Well, the amount of rain has definitely increased. Good thing we came back to the trailer when we did, or we would be really wet right now. The rain has stopped long enough for us to cook some burgers. It's still pretty quiet out here. Everyone else is still in their trailer, probably worried that the rain is about to start again. Not sure if you could hear that, but we could really hear the waves of the ocean in the distance. Well, it's storming outside, but we have delicious burgers in here. Well, it was raining and lightning all night long, and partway through the night there's also a tornado warning, but it all ended up good. It's nice this morning, the rain's gone, starting to clear up, and there was no tornado. So we're ready for another day. Morning hikes became a regular routine at this campground. There was so much beautiful scenery to see, we wanted to make sure we got a chance to take it all in. So we're off on another adventure. Dave, where are we going today?
We're driving towards Pensacola Beach. We may get as far as Navarre, but we're basically just gonna look around and hoping to find bubble tea.
We will see if we can find bubble tea or any other cool adventures. Before we get too far in our adventures, we decided to stop and have some lunch at Shaggys Waterfront Bar and Grill. Really well rated, so we're gonna go in and find out. So we just finished a great lunch at Shaggy's. Definitely would recommend it. The service was absolutely great. We actually had a waitress in training. Her name is Alicia. And she had someone with her full time just teaching her the ropes. And just really, really good. Getting busier now. I guess we're getting closer to noon now. We came a little early. But definitely check this place out if you're looking for some good seafood. So we're now in Navar Beach, which is just a few miles down the highway from Pensacola Beach. And we're about to go and walk the 15th longest pier in the United States. This was our first time seeing surfing in real life, so this was a welcome surprise. It's clear that this sport requires skill and athleticism. Lots of action on this fishing pier. People fishing, lots of people surfing today. Really neat day to be here. After a day of exploring the towns around Fort Pickens, we returned to the campground to relax. So it's pitch black and we're hanging out at the beach. Why are we here?
To hear ghost crabs skitter.
So we read online that if you come out late at night, you can see the ghost crabs come out of their little holes and skitter into the ocean. So we're hoping to see that tonight.
And the views are pretty nice.
Yes, can't beat this.
And the air is warm.
And the sound of the ocean.
Yes.
Unfortunately, we didn't see or hear any ghost crabs, but it was still a fun evening.
At 29 and I find myself wondering what did happen to the last 10. I ran away with my life, fast forward, never turn back again. It's kind of funny that the more we pass time, the more we need to set them rewind. And
our last full day at Fort Pickens was spent doing more exploring and enjoying the sights, sounds, and smells of the local area. This was our first day at a national park, but it won't be the last. Tomorrow, it's back on the road for our next adventure.
This really happened here. I can't be too sure, but one day I'll be yours again.
So this is our last night at Fort Pickens National Park, and we're enjoying one last sunset. You can see the beautiful colors behind me. If you stay at this park, make sure that you come to the beach and enjoy the sunsets.
Without you, I never could have moved away, but now I see what you teach.
If you enjoyed this video, please consider hitting that like button. Or even better, subscribe to our channel. It really does help us reach a wider audience. And don't forget to come back tomorrow to see where we go next.